And for me, I'm just sort of proud to show the Australian public how far Sal GP's come. We came here in a couple of our early events, and now I just think the experience for all the spectators, people watching at home on the broadcast, and I'm just excited to show everyone how far it's come. I'm actually really proud of where Sal GP is now. I just want to perform well. It doesn't matter if it's Ben or whoever up there. I just want to be at the top of this event. I want to be competing for the title and have a good shot at it. And it doesn't really bother me who's there. They're just competition to me, and I'm just sort of focusing on that. We've had some really good results this year, but we've also had some shockers. And after each shocker, we've managed to sort of claw our way back up to the top. So we're very inconsistent, but yeah, we know that we can bounce back well, and we know if we hit that final race, we've got a pretty good record if we can make that final podium race. So that's a good source of confidence for us for sure. We've just got to focus on ourselves. I'm not going to get under his skin. I mean, it's pretty obvious. He's been around long enough. He's won that many gold medals where people are trying to get under his skin, and it turns around 180 on them. So I think if I try to piss him off and get under his skin, it will probably make him perform better. For me, we've just got to focus on ourselves. I know if our team can beat any team in the world when we perform well, and so that's all our focus, is putting all our effort into ourselves, and hopefully they're going to perform at 100% and we'll have a great match.
But it's going to be tough, yeah. It's going to be, as Tom said, great competition out in the harbour, and all of the teams, I think, from last time you raced here, the competition's just gone up massively. So it'll be a lot of fun. It's just a wonderful place to sail. It's got everything, really. It's a challenge because the wind is always shifting over the land. I think the Sydney siders really love their sport and their sailing. So again, a day like yesterday afternoon, there were hundreds of boats out in the water, and we're weaving around in our F50s trying to keep out of everyone's way. And it's not unique, but there aren't that many places in the world where you have this kind of a setup. And so it's a fantastic city, and certainly it's right up there with my favourite sailing spots anywhere in the world. Of course, we can still make it into the final. Absolutely, it's going to be fascinating to see how it plays out. I mean, it's really been this season, seeing the teams, win one event and be at the back in the next, and everyone's just been all over the place, and it's really tight at the top. So it's getting to the business end now. So time to step up.
For us, it's really been about getting back into this competition. We had a pretty rough start for my friend here on my left, but also a few other things. So it's been a bit of a comeback just to get back and climb up the leaderboard and just trying to post some consistent results, which we have. So, of course we would love to win this event, but again, looking at San Francisco, consistency is the key. We want to make the podium race and go into San Francisco in good shape. Sal GP has the best sailors in the world. It is the hottest competition out there, probably that we've ever seen. And of course, as a team, it would just make such a huge statement to bounce back. So, look, we'll take it one at a time. There's a lot of work that's got to happen before we spend too much time thinking about that. We had a good result in Cadiz. We walked away with a second place, but I think the Aussies really showed they are the team to beat when the breeze is in. That's pretty obvious. But things can happen. The British are pretty strong in the breeze, and we saw what happened, in the podium race in Cadiz. So, yeah, it's a fine line between, pushing hard and crashing, because you are rewarded on these boats for pushing hard. You just go faster. So, yeah, it's just trying to balance that and keep the thing upright.
And for us, it's just about putting a whole event together. We've definitely, I think, been the new kids on the block this event. Obviously, a lot of us missed a couple of events for the Olympic Games, which was something that was a bit unforeseen in the planning with that getting delayed. But no, it's just been a great learning curve for us as a team, and we're just really looking forward to going out there and having another crack at it. I think like Jimmy said, the next event's probably the most important one, but for us, we really need to step up and have a good one here as well. I think it's just what you expect when you put a heap of good sailors together in equal boats. It's probably the other unique thing with Sal GP is just the really limited training time. So, if you do get behind in your training hours, it is very hard to make those little gains. And, I think we've really struggled to actually see two events with similar conditions as well. So, it's always been about just, trying to catch up in all those little idiosyncrasies of these boats. But, we really feel like as a team we're getting a lot better and looking forward to putting our best foot forward this week.